Hey guys, this is a midweek analysis for August 16th of 2023. Okay, we'll start with the Eurusd. Okay, this is a daily chart. Let me run you by the current setup I was looking at. So the last daily short trade, that form was right here. And the last daily long trade, that form was right here. And so the daily risk parameters was between this pivot low and this pivot high. And so as price was ranging about in these areas, I was looking for lower confirmations to confirm this bias. And right at this point right here on Monday morning, there was 1 hour lower confirmation confirming this bias to be short. Or in other words, price is likely to reach this pivot low before reaching this pivot high. And moreover, this week, I was looking for an aggressive short entry setup in all these areas. However, it did not form, and that main target right here was hit this week. Okay, so at this point, this bias is reset back to neutral. Now let's go ahead and review this setup. Let's go over to the 1 hour chart. Okay, so on this 1 hour chart, initially, that daily bias was between this pivot high and this pivot low. And immediately, if you recall, right at this point right here, there was 1 hour lower confirmation confirming this bias to be short. Or in other words, price is likely to reach this pivot low before reaching this pivot high. Now, right after this confirmation, there was a pullback right up to these levels to about 50 pips to the stop loss point right here. So there was an opportunity for a normal bias entry with the 50 pip stop loss. However, I was looking for an aggressive entry. So I was looking for more like a 20 to 30 pip stop loss. And so as price started going toward its main target the whole time, I was looking for an aggressive entry setup. However, it did not form. And as price came down to these levels, if you recall, there was a new daily short trade that formed. So at this point, the daily risk parameters became this pivot high and this pivot low still. And moreover, the lower confirmations were reset. So again, I was looking for lower confirmations to form. However, it did not. And right up at this point right here, again, there was a new daily long trade that formed, changing the new risk parameters between this pivot high and this pivot low right here. And then I was still looking for lower confirmations to form to confirm this bias. Then finally, right here on Monday morning this week, there was 1 hour lower confirmation confirming this daily bias to be short. And so I was looking for an aggressive entry setup. However, it did not form and price hit its main target right here. Okay, so basically this new daily bias right here was untradeable because it didn't make an aggressive entry setup, nor did it make a nice pullback to give me a nice risk reward ratio with the stop loss point right here. Okay, so remember, in this way, when liquidity is low, a lot of times the biases keep resetting themselves over and over. And that's not always the case, but there is a slight tendency for it to happen during low liquidity months. Okay, so when there's a new daily or weekly bias that forms on this pair, I'll keep you guys updated. That's it for the midweek analysis, guys. I hope you guys have a great rest of the week. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.